know, twat, that I didn't shovel a goddamn thing and Loader did all the work? How fucking dare you?
Lazy.
Put me on blast.
Yeah,
huh?
that's
You
right.
don't even know. You don't even know, okay? You don't even know.
You can't even get up out of your garbage truck for your town, for your country.
Thanks.
What kind of Canadian are you, boy?
So I'm about to turn off like the video because I shared it on your screen. Like twat got blanked out and fuck. So now I just want to see because now see you said your part. I just want to see what it says now. when
I think it just blanks it.
It puts like 4. Yeah, it did blanked it again. It blanked it. It blanked it.
Yeah.
Right. So, well, yes, we got a dump of snow. Pretty good dump actually. And yeah, we ended up working all day and then going out that night. So,
you know, did you get Friday off?
Oh yeah, I didn't have to go to work on Friday. No.
Okay, as compensation.
Yeah. So yeah, buying groceries is no longer cheaper than eating out. Don't argue with me.
Ooh.
That's a good question. Is it cheaper though?
I don't know. I think for the price of a sandwich at any grocery store, you can still buy at least a loaf of bread and maybe 100 grams of meat to match the price.
Yeah, and it depends what kind of like sandwich you want to eat. Because if you buy a big thing of peanut butter, that lasts forever. Well, it doesn't last forever, as we found out. I did a few months ago. The peanut butter does not, in fact, last forever.
No, it doesn't. I remember when I used to buy peanut butter. Remember back in the day when I was a youngin', I used to buy the peanut butter. 2 kilograms from Costco. It was $6.99, and I think now it's like $7.99. I haven't bought it in years.
It hasn't went up that much. So yeah. So shit is happening out there in the world.
Yeah. I'd like to go into first the show on Thursday.
Okay, yeah, I didn't watch it because I didn't want to I just watched like the last 20 minutes just to see kind of what was going on.
Okay.
So whatever you discussed, that way I can just give a fresh opinion on it without having to even think about it.
So when I opened the show, I said, Nick's not here. We're going to do a show on Saturday, and this will be a shorter than usual show. I said that more than once. I went for 2 hours.
Yep. I was floored. Because I honestly, I figured, I bet you he'll do like half an hour to an hour. And then it was like 2 fucking hours. What the hell did he ramble about for 2 goddamn hours?
So the first hour was house cleaning. What? Oh, next family drama. Drink. I'm preempting this. Drink.
Oh, what the fuck?
Amy just dropped off macaroons.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Macaroons are great.
Well, so sorry to cut you off, like just so everyone has an idea about what's going on. We ran through a group called Renter's Choice, and we've been with them for me and Ashley are with them, and me and Kim were with them till 2000 and whatever, like 13. And the only reason we left that house is because they wouldn't. The owner, not Renter's Choice, wouldn't put a fence up. So the only reason I'd still be in that house if he had put a fence up. I'd still be living in that same place. So anyways, and then we came back. This house I'm in now is from Renter's Choice. And they get put on blast a lot about, they're garbage, blah, 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 blah. We've had nothing but good with them. And someone was blasting them on Facebook. And I just finally said, look, guys, I've been with them for, probably altogether a decade. I've been for 10 years. And they've been great. Sometimes it takes a little long to get things fixed, but when they fix them, they fix them. I've never had an issue. And I think a lot of people, and I don't know people's stories, but I think a lot of these people are the ones that are like, oh, well, I didn't get my damage back. Well, if your carpets are fucked or you didn't clean it right, someone has to be able to move in and do just because you think it's clean, it may not be spec clean for people that are moving in.
And it should be. It should be the way you found it or better.
Mm-hmm.
At least the way you found it. Yeah.
Yeah. So she just dropped off as a thank you for me sticking up for them. A nice card. And macaroon. Was it Amy herself?
Amy herself.
Oh, so the owner. And she doesn't live in Tabor.
No, I think she's in Lethbridge.
She lives in Lethbridge and dropped off, a thing of macaroons and a thank you card.
Now that you're talking about renter's choice.
Yeah, like the owner stopped by here and just dropped us off some stuff just for sticking up for them.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. So
I love that.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to what you were talking about. Short, long story.
Yeah. So the first hour of the show was house cleaning, where I had stuff on the computer that I didn't get to add to the show because, it's the show.
Yeah.
So that and interacting with the chat. Second hour, I was going to end it really early in the second hour with movie recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
You know me in movies.
You get going. Yeah.
That was the second hour. Really Mysterious came in.
Yeah.
And we just went off.
Nice. Well,
it was great. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I like those conversations like we discuss when it's us and it's the regulars in the chat. We'll get going, and then like sometimes at that 1 hour we start kind of spinning wheels, and then something will trigger, and then we're right back into it again and like flowing.
And that's happened multiple times.
It happens quite a bit. It actually happens more often than we think, right? Because like, oh, we're done, kind of thing. Like, okay, we're spinning. I think it's happened before where you've been like, okay, yeah, we're gonna start, and then we'll get on something, and it just goes and we just keep going.
Yeah. And Jen is not here tonight because she's camping at Williston. She's hoping to catch a big trout.
Nice.
And
camping.
Yeah. Heather might show up. She said she might pop in tonight because she tried Guinness on Thursday night and she was dying. She was dying to the point. Well, it's a toss up between dying from Guinness and I was so boring that near the end of the stream, she passed out, hit her head on the desk, and at the same time signed up for English Brides for Sale. So we have an opportunity here. Nick and I are going to start a Patreon or a GoFundMe. And over the next 8 months, we're going to raise enough money to buy Heather and ship her to Prince George and drop her off at Ryan's doorstep in exactly 8 months from now, which will be his birthday. Happy birthday, Ryan.
And dude, she's already like, she's already fixed. I don't like you can have any more little Labatucks.
There was, at the end of one of our streams, I think 2 weeks ago, she left a comment that said, "Think about me, Spikes," or something.
Yeah, think about me, Spikes. Yeah. I wonder if that's rib for his pleasure. Yeah,
he loves it.
Rib for his pleasure. So they're just gonna get this going now before we start. Fuck. So yeah, that was one reason I wasn't here, is because of the snow. So yeah. But hopefully, we only got a little bit longer left in of winter. Winter just won't let go. That March definitely came in like a lion.
Mm-hmm.
Like holy shit suit. Like I don't know I know you guys will get a lot of snow, but it's been raining a lot over there.
Not a whole lot. It's not monsoon season like it used to be.
Ah, okay.
We had sun today. It was like plus something. I have no idea, but it was warm today.
It was beautiful here. So,
hey,
really?
So who's the alcohol and who's the hooker between the two of us, really?
Yeah.
And speaking of the stream from Thursday night, on Friday, March 4th at 11:50, I got an email from YouTube saying, "We age restricted your content." So Ryan, I have a question for you, and this is purely a technical question. There is nothing else meant by this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how aroused were you from Thursday night stream? Ryan was the one who stuck with me the entire stream. He was there from beginning to end. He was my non-visual co-host. So Ryan, please let us know, because apparently we were restricted for sexual content. Now, I can understand the vulgarity, because if you look at the intro, yeah, I dropped the F-bomb a bunch of times, but it's part of the joke. There's nothing sexual about it. But of course, bots don't get jokes. They don't understand satire. Therefore, I can understand YouTube's argument about this content might not be suitable for all ages.
Shut the fuck up!
I'm glad they didn't do that to me.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Sexual, no dice. I think there was at one point I rubbed my nipples, but my shirt was still on and I was making fun of something. And I've done that on other streams and they were not age restricted. So I challenged it, and I'm probably going to lose. Again, with YouTube, they have a point because any person of any age can watch anything on YouTube at any time. And if they watch that intro, yes, it's not for children, but it's a joke. And that's my only defense of that. If I have to, I'll edit it with something else, or either that or I'll just take out the intro entirely. I'm not sure, but there's nothing sexual in that show.
Right.
Exactly. Nothing. Not even the movies I recommended were sexual.
Like, and what it gets me about the sanction, I realize why YouTube does it. It's supposed to be a family friendly, right? But every kid, in the world, I'm not gonna say in the world, but any of our children, right?
Yep.
Exactly. Have phones. So like I have no problem doing this, okay? So go on my Google. Big titties. Oh, there's apparently 1,510,000,000 results in 0.39 seconds for big titties. All right, images. Wow. Look at them tig old bitties. That's how easy kids find this stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
That is like it. I typed two words, and boom. But I realize why YouTube is what it. I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's like these parents that think their kids aren't gonna find this stuff. You're just crazy, you know.
Wow. I guess I'm the new Brody in Riley's eyes. He's coming after me.
Actually, speaking of butt blaster Brody, I texted him yesterday because I haven't heard from Brody in ever. Ooh. It's been quite a while because he's not on social media anymore. And I'm like, hey, like, how's it going? And yeah, he was just didn't really have much to say. And
his Facebook is gone or something?
Yeah. Oh, he's completely. He said he was spending way too much time on Twitter and Facebook, so he deleted it all.
Wow. Hello, Jolene.
Hello, Jolene.
You want to talk about sexual? Let's talk about good old Jolene right here. Oh yeah. Oh
yeah. Yeah. So, let's just get into the crux of it. Someone loved her shit. Who loved her shit?
That was
Jolene.
Jolene, of course.
Jolene.
When you give people compliments, they do stuff for you. That's great. Good. I know you're just kidding, really. I like playing the heat angle, as they say in wrestling.
The heel. Gonna be a heel.
Yeah, but heat, talking trash, isn't that heat?
Yeah, but there's good heat and bad heat. See, good heat is, I don't know, like, I don't even know what you call good heat, but bad heat would be making like inappropriate comments about Ukraine right now. That's bad heat.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah, you're gonna get heat, but it's bad heat because you're not gonna like what's gonna happen from the heat that you've just created.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess. Right. Yeah. But speaking of Ukraine, let's just get into it now. So we've talked about for weeks and weeks and weeks, of course, because of the freedom rallies and Team Canada, fuck yeah. So in Russia today, while watching news before I came downstairs, okay, so I'm watching the news. Dun dun dun.
You're a sheeple. You believe the news.
Oh wait, sorry. We gotta before we talk about news. I guess we should go like this. We'll do this. Okay, the news.
Illuminati confirmed.
Okay, so in Russia now, it is now up to a 15-year sentence if you call what Russia is doing to Ukraine a war or an invasion. 15 years. So again, all the people that are fighting for my freedom, as I sit with one of my oldest and best friends talking shit on the internet in a pretty decent house with power on and water and everything a guy could want, a beautiful wife upstairs, I have no freedoms. But yeah, where we live in a country where people, yeah, we're Nazis and yeah, fuck.
Yeah, the
No.
people in the Freedom Convoy who traveled across the country unimpeded, were not stopped, were not jailed, set up bouncy castles in downtown Ottawa. They had no freedom. They were fighting for our freedom. They were fighting for freedom of choice, even though they used that freedom of choice to not get the vaccine.
So
Yes, Siberian gulags, exactly.
So now what I would like to see, and I would love, and all my native peoples out there, I want to see you all set up blockades.
Again, they did that
Yep.
for the pipelines.
But not on your half of your land and on like railroad tracks, like out of you, like they really were out of the way. I want you to set up right in front of fucking like the big oil field offices in downtown Calgary. And see what happens when all these people are going, hey, you can't fucking do that, man. I want to see it. Because I'm like, whoa, hold on. Make sure you have bouncy houses and hot tubs and just party. I want to fucking see it. Because then I want to, because we talked about, I think we talked about this last week with Rebel News. When they were protesting the pipeline, which again, I had my opinion on it. Go back and find the show when we talked about it. They were down there making fun of these people, saying they didn't know their asses from their elbows. They're making illegal blockades. But when the shoe was on the other foot, it was, yeah, go Team Canada, fuck yeah. So, yeah. Now, go ahead.
Yeah, it, like you said, when the shoe's on the other foot, it's a different story, and that says it all.
But so this is going to be fair time, I guess you'd call it. This is going to be me talking the other side now about how the news can be, in my opinion, a little bit ridiculous. Okay, with what is going on. So this was on the main page on Global News. Young Ukrainian volunteer killed delivering aid to dog shelter near Kiev. She was a hero. Okay. I'm not making light of this young woman's death whatsoever. But if someone were to read that, like most people do, that was the headline, they would be like, oh my God, this is terrible. Hard to prepare. But then you start reading the story that has actually been printed by Global. And so this young Ukrainian woman had decided to deliver to a dog shelter in, I'm going to say Bucha, 30 kilometers outside Kiev, where she was shot and killed alongside two men she was volunteering with. Now, I don't know about any of you guys. I love animals. I have 4. 5 if you include the shaved ape that I call my son. But I'm not going to an area where there's conflict to bring food to a shelter. That's me. I'm not saying this woman deserved to die whatsoever. I'm not, like, of course not. No, but it just, there's one of those things where it's like, you need to pick, like, holy shit, like, am I going to go do this? I'm not making light of her death. But, and I could hear Alex, would be in the Alex, well, I can hear Alex saying this. It says, her friend, I can't pronounce her name, so I'm not going to try to butcher it. Her friends and family say her car was deliberately targeted at close range by Russian troops. Oh, were you there when it happened? How do you know? Like, what? How, like, if you had video of it, first I'd be saying, well, why did you take video of it? You should have been helping calm the situation if you could. But they don't know why she was targeted. They believe that Russian troops, which I could believe this, are increasingly targeting civilians at random as a way to scare the population into submission. I have a problem with that because that would be like us saying that Ryan told us that his cousin has just shot 25 Russians. Well, we don't know. And to me, that's the same thing. Her friends don't know why she was targeted. Well, you're in a war area. And unless you can for certainly say, yeah, they had their guns and her picture was on their gun and she was a target, they could be yeah. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I don't know if I'm not articulating it properly. So
no, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, And I could totally believe that the Russian troops are increasing the targets on civilians. But you can't take this from this woman's friends who are probably upset and would say, like, oh, but you can't do that. You can't just say friends of a deceased person that we've never talked to in our lives are saying, you know, do this, right? So that's that part when you read news and stuff, it's like, I don't understand it. I don't, and yeah, does her story need to be out there? Yes, of course it does. But you can't be taking what her
friends and family.
Her friends are saying. Right? To me, that's ridiculous. So
yeah, unless they have insider information that they can confirm somehow for sure, then they don't know that her friend, this young woman, was targeted.
Yeah.
I mean, how does one prove such a thing? Unless that young woman had an AK-47 on her, because insurgency is a real thing. Mm-hmm. Apparently there was a convoy of Russian vehicles somewhere in the Ukraine, and this was a few days ago, that was stopped dead in its tracks by Ukrainians that had AK-47s and Molotov cocktails, which is great.
But then here's the thing, and I'm not putting blame on her, but like, her parents were waiting for her to come home. Why would you have let her gone? Like, I just, like, if Cohen was gonna, I'm like, you're not going anywhere, motherfucker.
Either that, or you let him go, but you say, I got this life insurance policy. I need you to sign on the dotted line. Okay, now you go.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't even let my child go.
Yeah, because there are too many variables in a fluid situation like that, in a war situation.
See, but then, and it's funny then, like, they're showing a picture now of her. It's like, I can't pronounce her name, Anastasia something. A young volunteer in Ukraine was killed while delivering aid.
Aid to a dog shelter, right?
Yes, but this is aid.
Okay.
So, but it's, again, this is that clickbait that someone will read and be like, oh my God, she was trying to bring beer. Where I bet you most people would be kind of like me if they read me and you. I think you're on the same page. It sounds like Jolene is too. Or it'd be like, hold on. Okay, you're giving aid, but you're bringing it to a dog shelter? Whew. Like, man.
Hello.
Hello, Heather. Thank you for coming. And hopefully you're stuck at work.
Yeah. So she's not the one who dresses up the bodies. She does the administrative part.
Oh, and you guys are open that late? My goodness.
Yeah, well, death never sleeps.
Well, technically they do. You just really can't wait till the morning or Monday? Swish. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm not making light of that this young lady has been, has died, but gosh, I would not have let her gone. I would not have let her go.
Yeah, there had to be some really strong reasoning, or she just would not stay. When you try and force someone to stay, you grab them and they will not. They've got something in their mind and they have to do it. Mm-hmm. That could have been her. She was strong in her convictions. She was strong, independent woman.
And I'll give her credit for that. And maybe means, and that's just it. She stood by her convictions. You can't take that away from her. It's kind of like we've talked about with the freedom fighters, or people have left their jobs. You're standing for your convictions. Everybody can say what they want about you, but you're not wavering on what you're doing, right? So yeah. I guess you give credit for that. So something I've done I've done now too, and I've loved that I've done it. So there was a bunch of people on Mackenzie Speak Out that were just horribly annoying. Like, I mean, to the point where, like, it was like this. I felt like commenting and saying, "Don't you have anything to do with your life?"
Well, that's not really a refutation anymore, because people can take an hour to look at something and then take another few hours to go do whatever in their life. So,
okay, but well, here's where it is, because one of the commenters, gentleman, me and you both know, is commenting at 3:00 in the morning. It's like, motherfucker, you have like 4 kids. What are you doing fighting on the internet at 4 in the morning? Like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? You know, and I said this to I was talking to my father about these people, the people up there doing this and carrying on and whatnot. And it's like, most of these people have never even left fucking Mackenzie. The ones that are commenting, like 2 of them that are always on there have never left Mackenzie. Yeah, it was Ryan. I blocked a woman and a gentleman because I just like, and I don't even know who the one girl is, but I had to finally like just stop because it didn't matter what. Yeah, and it is psychotic. And that's the thing. I'm not saying you have to leave, and I'm not saying I'm any better, or I'm not saying Alex is any better because we moved out of Mackenzie at all. Nope. But when that's all you've known, especially the 2 of the guys that I know, there's 2 people, 2 gentlemen and 1 woman. The 2 I don't know this woman at all, but the 2 guys, the one guy's been in Mackenzie probably now for 30 some years. They both have. Well, actually, the one's probably in the 40s years you've lived in Mackenzie. You know nothing about the outside world, except for what you've read on the internet. Fancy that, right? So Ryan's right. It was like psychotic. It's just, yeah, and fighting with people, fighting numerous fights, just on and on and on and on and on and on. Just unfucking believe. Yeah, unreal. So yeah, it's actually cleared up quite a bit since I blocked those people. It really has. So yeah, they're not friends of mine, and yeah, it's gotten a lot quieter now.
Yeah, I think it gets to a point where you got to do something if it's bothering you that much. I can understand.
Very annoying.
The only people that I have unfriended on social media have been deactivated accounts. And even then, it has not been all of them. I mean, a mutual friend of yours and mine and Ryan's, Virginia, her account has been deactivated for, I don't know, 8 or 9 years. And I haven't removed it from my list because I'm thinking, well, one day she might come back and it'd be cool. But, you know.
Yeah, apparently she was getting a little weird.
Oh,
and I don't know. I hadn't talked to her forever, so I'm not even sure. So,
well, things happen in life.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
Heather was saying bad bender in the country earlier this evening, dealing with the intakes. I was gonna pipe up with, what did Matthew Broderick go driving over there again, or what? No, that's a terrible joke because I bet Ryan knows that one, because the last time he was over there driving, he killed someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This happened in, I don't know, 1989, 1990. He was driving on the wrong side of the road over there. Maybe he was in Ireland and he was just messing around. I can't remember who he was with, but he got into a car accident, and the person in the other vehicle, I think they died. It was, I think, a woman and her daughter, I think.
Oh, wow. See,
You'd have to look it up.
That. Yeah, I'd never heard that. Matthew Broderick, right?
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick.
It was Ireland, and it was Jennifer Grey. Man, Jennifer Grey was a dime piece back in the day. She looks nothing now like she did then.
Oh, this is way back in the day, yeah. Yep. 9 days before the premiere of Dirty Dancing, she was involved in a devastating head-on crash while in Ireland with Matthew Broderick. Wow. Interesting. I did not know that.
The more you know.
Yeah, no shit, right? Interesting. Wow, isn't this an ignorant? So a former wrestler named Nia Jax made it great here. So this is what you put on Twitter. She's taking a lot of heat for it. All these motherfuckers saying I stand with Ukraine couldn't even stand for their own personal rights for 2 years because they were scared to breathe.
Oh, fuck off. You can do both.
Yeah, like...
I'm not going to go into a grocery store and argue with the staff about, my freedom, my freedom.
But Buster Brody! Da-da!
How you doing, Brody? We were
Yeah.
talking about you earlier.
The whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, just talking that shit.
Ah! Yeah.
Good to see you, man. How you doing?
My buddy over in Ireland went and watched the new Batman.
Ooh,
He
nice.
said it was pretty okay. That's actually where old man Lissick is tonight. That's why he's not commenting on the show.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, he went to the Batman.
Either that or he's playing late night bingo in the old folks' home and overdosing on pudding.
So what do you think? What is your favorite Batman movies? Like,
Ooh. I don't know. No, I do know. And this is a very cliche answer. The Dark Knight is my favorite.
I don't think it's cliche at all. It was excellent.
It is excellent, but there are a lot of people who love that movie, and for good reason.
Well, that's the thing. You're allowed to like things everyone likes. I found the third one got really confusing.
Yeah, it's trying to wrap things up.
Yeah, kind of like it was one of those ones where it really went off the rails for me. Like it was just like you said, there's like they're just trying to wrap too much shit up. It's almost like they could have done a whole nother movie. Right? Yeah, and I agree with Brody. The one with Jack is my favorite Batman as well.
Jesus, you spelled Nicholas like the golfer. Nicholson. There you go. Had a boy.
Yeah.
One of those Brodyisms. I didn't know until years later because I watched Batman Returns from 1992 on video the year after. And it didn't dawn on me until a few years ago that Christopher Walken's character was talking about the Gulf of Tonkin at that time. Like Gulf of Tonkin being, I think, false flag, which was interesting because I hadn't heard that before.
Yeah. Wow. 22. What's 22?
21, 20, 19.
Bingo.
18. What are we? Okay. Yeah, maybe that's what he's talking about. Bingo. Right on. 3:30. Jesus.
Wow.
Well, we thank you for stopping in regardless. I mean, anytime you can devote to us is great.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering what rhyme means by 22. I'm kind of curious.
I'm going to say this on Frank's show, but I'll say it here as well. And this is not a hot take. I try to take the Leonard Maltin approach when it comes to movies, that I stay away from trailers. I stay away from reviews. I don't pay any attention to what anyone has to say about a movie. I'll simply go in and watch it and decide for myself with as little information as possible. Unfortunately, with this Batman, I saw the trailer back in March of 2020, and I was excited as hell.
Yeah, I like the looks of it. Like, I like the old-timey look to it. I really do. So, and my buddy in Ireland's very, I don't even know the word to use, but he's like very, brr, 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 and he really liked it. He said it was really good.
Yeah, it's a 2 hour and 55-minute runtime. I think that's including credits. So, considering the tone and the pacing in the trailer, I can understand why.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it felt like it was a little longer, a little too long, he said. Yeah, he says, I feel like it's a little too long, but it wasn't horrible.
A lot of movies in this day and age are pretty long. I mean, pushing 2 hours, 2.5, getting a little bit long, I think.
Some of them, just brutally long.
Yeah, did you see The Irishman?
No, I don't. I can't bring myself to commit that much time to watch it.
3 fucking hours.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I can. Yeah, like.
And I've yet to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and that's, I think, 3 hours and 20 minutes, 3 hours and 40. Oh,
I tried. I couldn't get into it. I tried, and I just couldn't. And then a lot of people would be like, burr, you know, and yeah, I just couldn't get into it. So.
It's getting to that point with me that I've seen my share of 3 and 3.5 and a few 4-hour movies, but 2 hour 15, that's good enough for me. I mean, It's got to be really good for me to sit through 4. Luckily, I did not see Justice League when it was released in theaters. I did see the Zack Snyder cut, which was 4 hours. So I'm glad I didn't waste 3 hours the first time around.
Yeah. And I don't even think I haven't watched either one of them yet. But now that I got Crave, I should take the time and I should have watched. I should watch it now because I heard it's really good.
It is pretty good. Yeah. I think you got to be invested in the story to be able to stand that kind of a runtime. Otherwise, you're going to be like your Irish friend. Hey, we do lie, but the bird, the bird.
So I just clicked on this message because I wanted to see where this guy was going, but so he has a message. So a man has unconventional message for parents. Your kids do not come first.
Jesus Christ.
He says you can't put your spouse on the back burner for 18 years and then say, oh, hey, you can be my number one again.
This is more that one-track mind mentality of, oh, you can only focus on one thing at once. Wrong. You can do multiple things at once. I mean, when you yourself were raising Cohen with Ashley, I mean, it's not like Kim was in the background, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And like, you know, like we've only been married for 2 years, but there's some lessons I've learned that may help you take it or leave it. So this is, I'm interested now. A marriage should be only between 2 people. No shit. Yeah. And then, all right. This has swayed my opinion about him already. Oh God, this fucking, I don't know if it's facetious. I don't know the word. I'm not this. Okay. Something we stated in our marriage, it's commonly misconstrued, is that the marriage is between 2 people. 3 if you're Christian, because God. You lost me. You lost me right there. You lost me. I didn't marry her mom. She didn't marry my dad. He took his aunt's advice to heart. He still believes in the importance of family, but he doesn't think it should ever come before your marriage in any scenario. I don't. Okay. And they have 2 kids. They had twins. Okay. Yep. Your kids do not come first. This is a humongous monstrosity of a lesson. I've learned it, and I pray that all you will strongly take this into consideration. Is that your kids do not come first. You read that right. Matt firmly believes that that's what's best for his children, is for them to grow up watching a beautiful example of 2 people who love each other. And again, he has to put it in quotes, and God. He also believes another great thing for them would be to know that they are not the center of the universe.
As a guy who hasn't fathered any children, this guy's an idiot.
He's a fucking idiot. He's an idiot.
Yep.
My son is the most important thing in my life. And I've done what I've done in my life. I've moved, I moved hours away from people and,
good life lesson from the old man.
But that's, like... And if I was giving advice to people, like, make sure the human you decide to cohabitate with loves you,
and wants to be there,
and
has the patience to put up with you and all your inaccuracies.
Because I'm a horrible human being to live with, I bet. Like, I'm always hurt. I always fucking hurt myself. I don't drink anymore, but not like that was ever a problem. I wasn't like, I just like to party. I've replaced booze with the gym, really. Like, that's what I've done, because as soon as we're done here, that's where I'm going. I can't imagine that, like, children do not come first. No, they do. You chose that this little person, and you need to show that child a better life than what you've had. And I'm not saying I had a horrible childhood growing up, but I wanted to make sure my son had everything that I didn't have.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was kind of the goal of a parent. I think that's what this gentleman said is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, you could prioritize within the moment. It's not like you have this one road to go down. You have to choose the kid or the wife for 18 years. Wrong. You can choose both. It's called multitasking. I mean, you're all in it together in this ride called life.
Yeah, so you mean it's a delicate balance
Yeah.
to be able to balance both. And really, for most people, it's not even just both, it's other activities as well. So like for our little family, there's my marriage, my son, there is the co-parenting with his mothers.
Mhm.
I play softball, I'm in a band, I do this show, I'm in I guess 2 bands technically. It's how you prioritize your life and
Yeah.
what you want to do. And I I think that's one of the most important things that people like parents don't teach their children. I've been trying to teach, and it's frustrating. I've been trying to teach Tacoma for years. I planned my day out today about what I was going to do. My day was planned out. Like the only thing I didn't do is write it out. Like Rogan always says, write out your day. You should have a plan of writing out your day. And he's right. But I just said, okay, this is when I got up this morning. I want to game for a little bit. I like the game in the morning while Kim's asleep. Have a coffee. And it's like, okay, I gotta go get my bass restrung, and then Jared's gonna come over here, and we're going to pack up because we're gonna move all the band stuff back to the hotel because we can use the bar on days it's not open, which is it's a bigger venue, right? So that was my
Awesome.
day. Yeah. So then as soon as Jared leaves, me and Kim are gonna go to Lethbridge. We're just going to go just to get out of town. Like I love going to Value Village. I love looking around the little treasures and stuff that are at Value Villages. I fucking love it. Like you just find such cool little things, right? And then I needed to get some new shoes for the gym. So we went to the mall. We had an awesome lunch together. And that's the thing is I think a lot of people become focused on like dates. Like we have to go for dinner. We have to go to a movie. That was a date for me and Kim.
Yeah, you're
That was
spending
a
time
date. We
together.
spent time together, and I got home. So then my priority, then not my priorities, but then I was like, okay, we finished our shopping. Before I left Lethbridge, I messaged my Irish buddy and said, hey, do you want a G's? We call it G'sing when we go on GTA.
Jeez.
Oh,
Yeah.
J's, when we kill people, right? So yeah, exactly, Jolene. So he said, yeah, I'll be on in 10 minutes. I said, I'll be on in half an hour. And then like knowing that I had to have dinner and then come on the show, like do the show. And then I was going to the gym. So this was all planned out this morning.
Yeah.
So there's no reason whatsoever that you can't plan your day like that. Your day would just be different with kids. But your child, like if Cohen needed something tonight, like if Cohen had said to me, hey dad, can we, like if he was home, he's at his mom's now, but dad, can we watch like an episode of Star Wars? One of those, yeah, fuck yeah, we can. I would have changed shit this morning. I would have went to the gym first. That way it was done. That way I could have watched a movie with my son tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You can adjust your life to still keep your children like front and foremost. Like that to me, that principle is ridiculous. I mean, it's to each their own. But he had his opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion. You're a fucking idiot.
Hot take.
And when you say that your marriage is a 3-person marriage because of God, you're a fucking idiot. That's ridiculous. That's like that.
The views of Nick do not necessarily represent the views of Alex and the Garbage Man. I'm saying this for Jolene's sake.
Yeah. Like,
Jolene, he's not talking trash on you. He's talking trash on the guy.
Yeah. Oh, does Jolene go to church and stuff?
I think so.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about that fucking idiot. Oh, yeah, no,
Gotta pivot a little bit.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, and that's not like. And that, hey, Jolene, here's the thing. My mother's a born again Christian. And I love my mother. And whenever she says, "I'll pray extra hard for you," I'm like, "Okay, thanks, mom." I'm not that heartless asshole to be like, "Ma'am, no, brr." Like I would never do that to my mother.
Yeah.
And when she says that, I'm like, "Well, thank you, mom. I appreciate it. I love you."
Yeah.
There's no like you can it's kind of like this everything with the freedom route. Like, yeah, I may not agree with what you're saying. But I'm not gonna be like, hey, don't touch me no more. We're not friends. Friends up. Like, so
Yeah. And I don't know if Jolene has met my grandma who's in PA, but my grandma is a believer like Jolene, and she'll say the Christian stuff, and I'll say, thank you. I appreciate that, Grandma. I love you too. And
yes,
thank you. Because
yeah.
from her, it's from the heart. So she doesn't have to say it,
Yeah. And as far as Ryan says, like with Chevy Chase and worshiping God, it doesn't require heavy financing. I love what George Carlin said. God's terrible with money. He needs your money.
He needs money.
Yeah. Right? So, yeah, it's just, but yeah, when it's kind of like that person who, like the joke's always like vegan, that guy's like putting God in everything he can. Yeah. And then like that person be like, I'm just a vegan. I can't eat that. Like it's just like I have to wedge it in there just to get it in. So I'm a vegan.
Yeah. Right? It's starting the sentence off with, as a Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a vegan, I
got to have the head tilt in there.
No, I will say that the vegan discussion always makes me laugh. There's a comedian who talks about like how vegan friends are annoying because he's like, if I invite my vegan friend to my house, I have to have a special meal for him because he won't eat my food. Exactly. But if I go to that motherfucker's house, is he going to have a steak there for me? Not a chance. And remember Amy Fromminger actually jumped in on that conversation once. I said something, I'd shared the joke, and she's like, actually, I would cook meat. I have no problem cooking a person meat. I will not eat it. So that's a refreshing thing to see. This was years ago, right? But she's for the most, vegetarian. Yeah, I don't know if she's full vegan, but definitely vegetarian.
Cool.
But I mean, I wouldn't even try. I like meat way too much. Bacon. Kim made this thing the other night. She found out like Pinterest is great. It was a barbecue chicken bacon with potatoes and like hot sauce. That was so good.
Look at what Dad said.
Well, that's why I eat the cows, Bruce. It's because they're always shitting on my vegan friends' food. I'm cleaning up the mess. I'm just getting rid of them for them. Right? Oh, fuck. And again, the bits. How many we have? Rogan. Fuck. We have to do this one night. It's actually every time we do this shit, take shots. Or drink. It doesn't have to be shot. You don't drink. See, I don't really drink anymore either. Maybe when Sarah's here. Because they're going to be here for Colin's grad. So not the Thursday of the grad, but right before his birthday. Maybe we should do the show and take drinks. Every time we do the things, take just drinks. Doesn't have to be shots.
Well, if we're going to do it in that spirit, we might as well play our own drinking game. And it's going to have to be at a point in time where we can both take a Friday off.
I'll be off that Friday. I got a week of holidays. So
when is that?
That is June. No, May. No, June. It'd be June 2nd. My mom's birthday. I think my mom will be here actually for that. Listen, calendar, don't be like that. It would be June 2nd. It would be my mom's birthday. So we might not actually be able to do the show because she's here. I'm going to have to go with my mom for her birthday.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
let me know closer to the time.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be funny to actually do the shots. And
yeah, because I know Ryan's not much of a drinker anymore, but if we could get him involved, and Heather's an English bloke, so I know she'll probably be down for getting sloshed across the pond.
But she would have to do it like 3 a.m. She'd have to take a nap first and really get herself ready to go.
And problem is,
I'm just stating the obvious. That's all.
If we could plan it out far enough in advance that everyone could have that Friday off, then I think it'd be great.
They have reclining seats at the theater Chadney's at right now.
The theater I'm going to tomorrow night to watch The Batman has reclining seats. it's fucking awesome. And you can order food as well. It's the VIP theater.
Okay, so just so you know, in the spirit of the show, I just said, for your old back, do they have pudding? On Chad's post.
Yes. Not to divert, but you said something earlier I wanted to pick up on. Are you going to start playing bass again?
No.
Oh.
Well, okay, so the reason I got this bass done is because I had a new set of strings, and our bass player happens to be a left-handed bass player as well.
Mhm.
So I said to him that he should I'll restring this bass so he can use it instead of having a tune when we do. But I do have another bass that I bought some pickups for, and all I got to do is file the holes out a bit because I want, it's just a cheaper bass, but I love the way it looks.
Yep.
So I mean, I probably am gonna get that done, and then I'll start playing bass on that one.
Awesome.
It's hard, like, and again, that's why I told Cohen as a young man, like, if you want to pick up another instrument, you need to do it now. Because being my age and trying to learn bass is holy shit.
Well, you could do it because bass, for the most part, it's a lot of single notes. I know there are chords in there.
There's not a lot of power chords whatsoever. Not at all.
Yeah, it's a great stringed instrument to start with, but
most definitely,
from my experience, to try and transition from bass to guitar to try and learn chords, that to me that blows my mind every time. I mean, it looks simple when you watch people go from one chord to another, but it's not. It's definitely not, especially when my fingers, I can't turn them inward enough to hit the individual frets and strings. So I'm constantly getting other strings in there trying to do that chord.
Yep. See, I was doing some chord, and I should be doing it more. I'm just not, because it is lazy. I'm not even going to twist it around, but after working 8 hours, then going to the gym, usually for close to an hour and a half, by the time I get home, I'm just like, I just want to sit and watch some TV or play a game of football, but I did buy a tambourine because we got a couple songs that we needed a tambourine. So just call me Stevie Nicks, who is fat.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me.
Yeah, so I did get a tambourine. Yeah.
So before I move on, Raiders of the Lost Ark, I'm your goddamn partner. That's great. What is up, Casey?
Hello, Casey.
Hey.
I would like to pick Casey's brain about on his I'd rather do it on his show if he would do it, like just about games, like how
that's child abuse. You can't do that. It's child abuse.
But because he's so into him, and just like these games, I watched a show a few weeks ago, and I can't remember what Casey was talking about, but it was just wild. Like, and I guess anybody gets down. I mean, people could say that about me with music, right? Like, I get down wormholes, and I'm listening to, like, I'll listen to music, and people will be like, I have no idea what that song is. And I'm like, are you fucking high? How can you not know this song?
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's a song but Casey's like that with video games.
Yes.
And he's a savant. It's impressive. And I've tried to play some old, like, Nintendo games. I could play some 64, like the old wrestling game we used to play. Remember we made like Nick Fuchs and all that stuff. Remember he ran and pushed, and he had carried the flowers. It looked like he was beaten off. He came out of the fucking.
I'm all for that, Casey. The problem is with our show and your show, you do games specifically, and we just talk about random stuff. So for us to coalesce on something, we have to have a commonality.
Yeah, we'd have to have a plan. Yeah.
But we haven't been on stream with him since not this past New Year's, but the year before with Frank.
Yeah,
that was great. I love that.
Yeah, so and I wasn't there for that. I don't think I remember.
You showed up for the first few minutes.
That's right. I was for a little bit. Then I had to go.
You were in the living room, and the internet wasn't great, so you were gone.
Yeah. Just I find it's astounding, just the world of video games, like what there is, and it's amazing. Was people's games? See, that's cool because, like, I mean, I still have a Wii. I have my 64. I have a PS4. I mean, I really regret if I had known what the market would have been for video games and whatnot. I mean, I had an Atari and a Coleco and Intellivision. Like I had all those, and gosh, if I'd only known like what they would have been worth something, right?
Especially unused. Like
Yeah.
I have an N64, I have a Game Boy Color, and I have an original Game Boy with all the games that I had since 1989, 1990, 93, 94. I've still got them all.
That's amazing.
It
That's
is.
awesome. I remember playing that. I played that very Game Boy, and you had that mirror that made the games go bigger.
Yeah, the magnifier.
Oh,
Yep.
it was great. Or the
I've still
magnifier.
got it.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is fucking amazing, dude. That you still have that. Yeah.
Jeez. The great thing is, Casey, with the content that you do, you are never going to run out. I mean, video games will be around forever. Even if you've done games from the 80s, you've still got the 90s to go
Yeah.
through. That
And
is years and years in itself.
Well, see, I just got my maybe the Casey has seen this before. I had a guy program my Wii, and I have all the Super Nintendo games now and all the Nintendo games on my Wii. And I was actually on there playing like some old baseball and stuff like that, and it's like playing like hockey on Super Nintendo hockey. It's like wow, and now our football like Techno Bowl. Anybody that is a sports fan, you love Techno Bowl football and original Nintendo. And now I'm playing Madden, where it's like you're living the daily life of a player. It's amazing, just the way games have changed.
Yep. Yep.
Right, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think with rare and uncommon systems, you're tapping into the you're still within the video game fandom, but it's a very specific. You might even get more views, I think.
A niche market, right?
Very niche, yeah.
Yeah.
And years and years from now, if society has not collapsed and we're all still on the internet, your channel will probably be looked at as some kind of ongoing historical document with regards to all the games that you review. It'd be awesome.
See, I've never even heard of that.
Me neither.
Fairchild Channel F. I've never even fucking heard of that. Like, what the F?
Before you introduced me to Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I played Doom constantly, and I'm talking old school Doom. The original 3 episodes, and then Doom 2.
Doom 2 was awesome.
Doom 2 was kicking. Yeah. It still is kicking. I haven't had time to play in years, so my skills are gone, unfortunately.
My goodness, Casey! Like I've never even seen it. It is a fucking system, Bundy. Oh, like I've never. This is like a little mind blow, to be honest with you.
You want to share screens and show?
Yeah, I'm gonna share it. Like I'm just gonna. This is what the system. I've never even. Casey, this is awesome. Like this is really awesome. I'm. Yeah. Wow. Look at this.
Whoa,
Casey, that is fuck. And do you have a video of this right now, Casey? I probably won't watch it tonight because I'm going to the gym, but I need to go on Casey's and see how this even works.
Look at the wood paneling on that thing.
That reeks of 80s.
I could smell the ashtray nearby.
Right? I was just thinking that. I could smell the cigarette smoke. Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Before I was into you, Jolene, I was into Doom.
It's in the can. I can't wait to see that case, how that system works. That is unreal, man. That is so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm just gonna read a little bit. Oh, see, it wasn't 80s. So holy fuck. So 76. Yeah, I was just gonna say a case. Yeah, wow. So this was made in November of 1976. Okay. Retailed at 169 giggity 95, equivalent to $772.97 in 2020. It launched as the video entertainment system, but when Atari released its video game computer the next year, Fairchild rebranded their machine as Channel F while keeping the video equipment system descriptor. That is sweet. And it only sold 350,000 units before they were sold to a different company. So, and it was discontinued in 1983. So, as we're interviewing Casey now, kind of here. How do you hear? Did you hear about this, Casey? Was it just something that you saw and went, "Oh, that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna check it out." Like, because to me, the systems that I would think be hard to find would be for us, just because we lived in the middle of northern British Columbia. Nothing would be a Link system and TurboGrafx 16.
Ooh, that'd be an interesting little history lesson. It wouldn't surprise me if one day Casey typed into the old Google search engine, old school game systems, and then because of where he lives, he can just go out and find the stuff, because he's done a lot of video game hunting videos, which is great, while he's driving.
So did you find that, Casey, at like a flea market? Is that where you found it? No,
I think he lucked out. Yeah.
Oh my good. Like, I don't even again, you need to do a video on this, Casey, if you have found one of these. So this is the Odyssey that Casey was just talking about. And wow. I want to see how this works. So that is the Odyssey. Now, see, this was released in 1972, so I technically would give it, and it says it was replaced by the Odyssey with a Magnavox Odyssey series. Wow. It's like, I would just like to see how that works.
Yeah.
It's English, horizontal. Oh my God, you know what I did today? I can't believe I did this. Where was it? And I made the comment of, oh, how about I get some broccoli? And this lady looked at me and she smiled. I'm like, oh shit. Or the other one I said at work, I caught this from Big Bang Theory. And Penny says to Leonard one day, "Aw, it's like when my little cousin says bastetti instead of spaghetti." So I just, oh, bastetti. And I said that at work, and one of the guys goes, "Can you not say spaghetti?" I'm like, "I can say spaghetti. I just say bastetti." And it just, I'm kind of an idiot.
It was one of those times where the inner voice escaped its prison.
Pretty much, right? It's a store called Vintage Stock. That's really cool, Case. So that system was $99.95 back in 72. So it's would be worth about $900 or $618 in 2020.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it basically has the Pong. Oh, there's a cartridge. Oh, okay, here, I'll show you what a cartridge. This is a cartridge number 6. Oh, so you never know what you're going to learn on our show. And for those of you who in the chat that maybe don't know, this Casey has a channel on YouTube. Go follow him. I don't know what it is off the top of my head right now, Case. But if you, I'll bring it up. But that's the thing. That's crazy. But yeah, Casey talks about the one I watched. He was going on about these games, like the Japanese version and then like the North American version. It's crazy. It was fucking insane. Wow, yeah, they get some wow, look at, okay, that's just the video. Wow, there's a picture. I'm just sorry, I just want to show you the cartridges. Holy fuck. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Look at the cartridges on them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That is really neat. Yeah, well, that was, they look like 8-track. You're right, Casey.
Yeah, I was going to make that comment.
8 tracks. Okay. Casey, while we're here, just so I can't jump around, what's your YouTube channel for any of the people, and not a lot of people watching, that might want to check out some classical video games?
It's probably called Casey is Raw.
Is it Casey? Is that all it is? Just Casey is Raw?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Casey is Raw. Casey is Raw. I got you, Casey. Casey is Raw.
I'm still trying to find that video of J-Man from Casey hitting Casey with the wiffle bat, because that's a great image. He set that up perfectly too.
That is awesome, Keith. I was not expecting to talk about the video games tonight.
Yeah, since Nick is into video games, but I'm not, so it's not exactly verboten, but it's just me going, yeah.
Oh, there was actually a protesters clash downtown on Calgary today. So the Freedom Rally guys.
Yeah.
There was like right in 17th Avenue in Calgary. They had counter protesters basically saying, "Go the fuck home." Yeah, there was counter. Like, it's just like, holy shit.
I think that was planned here, and of course, people will say, "Yeah, it's Vancouver. Of course, you're going to have vegan sissy boys protesting freedom." No, we're not protesting freedom. We're just saying what you're doing is stupid and useless. The government's going to do what the government's going to do. I mean, in the future, I bet you 5 years from now, history will have changed in some people's minds to the point where, because the mandates are, coming down province by province, people are going to say it's because of the Freedom Rally. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Prove it. Just because they coincide in time doesn't mean that's what happened.
Jason Kenney actually said that, and no, the truck rally is not going, Casey. The Jason Kenney actually said when he addressed the premier of Alberta, said that just basic Reader's Digest version. No, motherfuckers, you did not do this. Like, Ireland and Britain have already done it. We're just following suit now. Like, it was in the works. You guys, this isn't because of you guys.
Yeah, the wheels of government grind slowly. So it was probably at least a few months ago that they were thinking about doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the weakness of the Omicron variant, that just pushed it even further and faster. Yeah, the news is focusing on Russia, Ukraine. Yeah, because that's what's going to get clicks.
Yeah, exactly.
The news.
Meanwhile,
yeah,
we're talking about important things like classic video games.
Yep.
Right? What the world really should be fucking focusing on, like TurboGrafx 16s.
Yeah, my friend Sean had one of those.
Sean Herbert.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Do you remember when the Northern had this set up in the Northern? They had like a setup with the TV and the TurboGrafx 16. You could play it right in Northern. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was cool.
I remember. The reason I remember the Northern is because I bought Friday the 13th parts 5 and 6 from there at my age, and I couldn't have been more than 10 at the time. And they let me buy the shit.
But that's how things have changed now. Right? That's how stuff has changed. Like the only movies you couldn't buy were adult movies. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you come to my house? I can't remember which birthday party it was, but we watched Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3.
Yep, I was there.
I remember Matt Earl was there too.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck, right?
We were young.
We were young, yeah. Oh, cool.
Jesus, Casey, when you move, and you're going to have to move one day, the amount of boxes that you're going to need for all your games and your consoles, fucking unbelievable.
Yep. You should insure that shit, though, too, Case. You really should.
Absolutely, if you can.
I would really be doing that, because you really don't want anything to happen to that.
What do you mean, let me get away with? You were the adult. You were in charge. It's not like,
how dare you?
Dad. All you had to say was no, and you were a scary old man at that time. All you had to say was no, and I'd be like, eh. I'm still like that, but
I really don't.
No one listens to me.
Know a lot. I really don't. I don't see Bruce. Well, I could see Bruce. Your mom was always so quiet, though. Pat was always so quiet. So yeah, maybe not. He is not scary. He's a old man who wanders around with his shirt unbuttoned in the summer. Like, he's a scary old man. Good, great Googling movie.
He's.
Yeah, there you go. It is, Mom. I knew it. I said it was Pat. Because
I remember seeing Alien at a very young age as well, and that scared the fuck out of me.
Dude, I watched The Fly. Scared the shit out of me.
What a great movie that is.
It was a great movie, but not for a fucking 8-year-old. Whoever fucking old I was, scared the shit out of me.
Jesus, Casey, it's a shame that you don't have kids, because your kids would have all this stuff to have and look forward to, or sell and make a bunch of money. But when you go, is it going with you? Are they going to have like a casket that's 20 by 20 that
carry him with them? Yeah. So actually on Wikipedia, it lists that there is actually 678 games released commercially for the console between October 10th, 1987 until June 3rd of 1999. Your dad cracks me up.
Dad, if you grew out your beard, and I'm talking like really far, like out to here, like Civil War general kind of big and fluffy, then you could scare pretty much anyone at 50 paces, I think.
I like that. I can get behind that. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely get behind that, Casey. I really like that. It's a great idea. Yeah. Oh, goodness, stretching. So, I got to ask my question and daily question. Do we have any carrying videos to watch?
We do.
Yes!
I was saving them for you.
I love you. Yes!
It's a shame Heather's not around right now, because she could really help in translating this first one. So I have 2 Karen videos, but the first one I'm going to play contains 2 videos, if that makes any sense. So, Nick, when you are hungry and you got hangry, which is hateful and angry, when you're that, and you're in a restaurant waiting for food, do you react like this?
Oh, was that salt? Oh, right, okay. It's all complete. That's it.
This is in the UK.
You don't get my food for when I'm here. You don't get me my food that I paid me 14
It's right here. You're embarrassing yourself.
No, I don't have subtitles. This is what Heather is for.
Evidence.
Shit, this ain't done.
I swear. What picture is my family fuck? I'm all in the first.
Get out!
Where are you going?
She could have left.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone to the police. We have cameras. Get the fuck out! Get out! Get the fuck out! I'm on the phone to the fucking police. Get the fuck out, you drunk piece of shit! Go ahead and throw it. Go ahead. We have cameras. He's filming you. Get the fuck out, you green shit! I'm a licensed security guard. I know exactly what to do. I'm gonna stand here and watch you make a fool of yourself. I'm a trained security guard. I know exactly what to do with stuff like this. Just watch and do nothing. Oh, here she goes. You're picking up a bin and going to beat up. You're pathetic. You're on drugs. Get the fuck out of my face. Pathetic. Can't even land a hit.
Yep, so that's that one.
Wow. Well, and like, I don't understand. I don't understand these people. It's kind of I've quoted Big Bang a lot, but there's a thing in there where Sheldon's being rude to Penny. And Amy looks at, I don't know if you know characters, but Amy looks at Sheldon and says, "Perhaps you shouldn't agitate the people that handle your food." No shit.
No shit. There's a movie from 2005 called Waiting with Ryan Reynolds, which uses that exact line.
Yeah, like yeah, like I don't understand these people that just like or give them attitude or treat people like shit and then expect them not to fuck with your food.
Exactly. I had a craving today. I went to 7-Eleven and I was extremely overly nice to the people behind the counter because that's how you should be. Maybe I was too nice, but still, I was grateful and I was showing that I was grateful to them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's going a bit too far, but still. I like Casey's comment earlier. This must be in the northeast of the USA. That could be in anywhere in the USA,
and
even including Washington.
I don't understand why I had this happen with my son. I was standing in the gas bar while just waiting for him to help a customer, and this customer walks in and just like he took the money and was like 20 on 4 and walked away.
Yeah, you told the story.
It took me everything in my fiber, and it wouldn't have mattered my son or not to go, motherfucker, like a please, a thank you. May I please? Like we went and got coffee before we left town this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I went to McDonald's. Said first thing, hi, good morning. Are you collecting McDonald's apps? No, I'm not. Thank you. May I please have a large coffee with 2 Splendas? Yeah. Anything else? And yes, I'd also like a large double, please. Is that everything? That'll be it. Thank you. Blah 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 at the first window. Yeah. That's how you're supposed to talk to people.
Yeah, and this is not humble bragging or virtue signaling. This is how we should talk to each other in society. Why? Because we live in a society.
If I'm with my father, even now, if we're out in a restaurant and I'm saying my order, if I don't say please soon enough, my dad would be like, pardon? Like, dude, I just finished saying burger. Can I finish talking first? Sarah May said that he did that the last time they were at a restaurant. Like, Dad, I haven't even finished like a breath. Good Lord. All right, I think I got a picture to share just before we do the next video. This is one of those ones that made me giggle. It's like,
oh, hold on, I gotta hide this banner.
Oh. I really like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I love the first one specifically because of the soundtrack.
Oh, it was a great soundtrack. It reminded me of Dazed and Confused.
Yes.
Like where the soundtrack was as good as the movie. Yeah.
Compliment is a tip. Yeah, in that industry, absolutely.
Like just be nice to these people. I don't understand that. Like, and that's the thing, if you're nice and you tip, like you like maybe in New York, like I don't know how things work in bigger cities, but I go to the same restaurants all the time. So I want to make sure that like I tip them. So when I go back, I'm going to get front of the line service. I had a friend when she was working at the Oilman's bar in town. I could just walk in when she saw me. She would go like this and I'd go, and there'd be 2 bottles of Coors Light. Because
nice.
it was, and then I could stand behind people just like this, and she'd see me and go, and I would literally get my beer before the people in front of me because I tipped her well, and I was very polite.
Yeah,
that's how it was.
Yeah. All right,
my husband.
This one's gonna trigger you, but I'm gonna play it through. So hold your horses till the end. I think it's only about 30 seconds.
Says he's upset with me because in his words, sweetie, you need to stop spending so much money on DoorDash. Ordering it 3 times a day is not appropriate and we need to start living within our means. Honey, it sounds like you have an income problem, not that I have a spending problem. Start earning more money and we won't have these issues. So I took his credit card that we share and I booked a vacation for my daughter Richard and I. We're staying in a hotel tonight and I hope he enjoys that I charged $8,000 to his credit card. Make more money, darling.
Question for the chat: troll or not a troll?
That's a troll. That's
Is
a
it
troll.
though? I mean,
I
there
think
are
so.
people in this day and age who exist like that, but
I think that's a troll. Yeah.
hey, Frank.
Frankie! Hey, yo, Frankie!
Hey, yo,
Hey, yo,
Frankie.
Frankie!
Yo.
God, I hope. Oh my God.
Frank, I thought that you were recording an episode tonight of a Downton Abbey review. Maybe you did and you're done because it's 10:24 where you are. I'm surprised you're still awake, old timer.
Man. Oh, he's part of the pudding gang, is he?
Yeah, he is because he's older than me.
Yeah. Because he's part of the pudding gang.
Pudding gang, definitely not like the cream team.
Ew. That's nasty.
Well, this pudding gang is kind of its own cream team, but just not like that.
There's no way that video was real. Sorry, I'm going back to that. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, pre-recording. That's what I figured. Yeah. Nice.
There's no way that fucking real. There's no way.
Well, I don't know. With the crazy shit that I've seen on the internet in the past 4 years, I would not put it past anyone.
I mean, oh, there are crazy people who claim they can go from man to woman just by going like this. So
yeah,
I get. Holy fuck!
They wake up one day, oh, I'm this gender. They wake up the next day, I'm this gender now.
Well, no, I need to find that video of the guy. It was on Shapiro. I'd have to find the video like of his own where the guy goes like this. I'm recording this because you're not going to think this is real. And it's okay. Hold on. I'm going to bring her out. Hold on. Hello, my name's Amy. Okay, I don't know the names, but, and he starts talking. He's like, okay, now I'm going to bring George back out. Yeah, so I'm George. I live in here too. Like, that's what he did.
Jesus.
And it's just like, wow.
Yeah, that's the cream team I'm referring to, Casey. I don't know too much about it, but I know it exists. Yeah, she could be making up shit for likes. I mean, that's how you get publicity in this day and age, is say something absolutely fucking outrageous.
And that's a lot of these videos, like, oh, it was a scare. Well, oh, air horn scares. And it was so blatantly, like, the ones with the dads are sleeping hilarious, but there was one that the girl just happens to be beside a pool wearing big shoes and just happened to fall on the inflatable swan that was just floating in the water. And it's like, fuck off. Like, there's one that, like, they keep getting the dad, and he's like, motherfucker, like throwing computers, or he was sleeping, and he's like, wow! He wakes up and fucking. One I was watching, I don't know if they're real, but they are entertaining, and I didn't realize it. If you listen to the beginning of I Feel Good by James Brown, I'd never really clued in, but when that song starts, because it's quiet, and all of a sudden it goes, wow! Well, there's people getting scared by it, like they're turning their Bluetooth up, and like, they'll do that. People are just like falling down, like it's scaring them. And I'm like, I could believe it.
Yep.
I could definitely believe it because it is a really loud sound, right? But yeah, there's some of them that are so fake. Like,
yeah.
There's the ones like this person got caught cheating, like right beside his girl, and like they're in a sauna and he's got his hands around the girl, and this other girl comes in and like starts rubbing his leg. And it's not like the girl, his girlfriend, is like on her phone or not paying attention. Like, I have pretty good peripheral, right? So like usually if an animal comes downstairs, I see it down. Like, you're gonna tell me your girlfriend wouldn't see this other girl running her hand up your fucking leg? Like, please stop with these fucking fake bullshit videos.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God.
The reason that we're on now, Frank, is because Nick couldn't be here on Thursday, so I did the show by myself, and he decided that, okay, we'll do the show on Saturday just to make up for the fact that we both weren't here on Thursday.
Yeah, this is not a regular thing. Yeah. No.
Yeah. But I am looking very much forward to Monday when I do a review with Frank and the hetero life mate Jeremy and Lady Cora and perhaps someone else, if they're going to be on The Batman, which I am going to see in the theater tomorrow night. So anyone who is a movie fan, The Harsh Truth, which we have mentioned many times before, who has been linked in the description below for a good 6, 7, 8, 9 months now. Mm-hmm. That's where you want to go.
So are you guys going to be doing spoilers?
Absolutely. Spoiler
Then
review.
I will not be tuning in. So I'll probably pop in and be like, "Yay, Alex! Yay, Frank! Boo, Brody!" And then I'll leave. Like I usually do.
I thought you were going to say boo, Casey.
Well, nah. See, Casey's still out and about. He's out and about. So no boo, Casey. I like his content. Brody's went into hiding as a hermit. Yeah. So fuck Brody. And not in the good Las Vegas way either.
Not in the let's get married for 24 hours kind of way.
No. Ow. So yeah, I said earlier the band where you're moving back to the hotel.
Mm-hmm. Good acoustics there?
Pretty good. Yeah, they got nice high ceilings. It's a shame that the it's so far away, the hotel that is from downtown, because it's got the nicest bar. It's very good. It's got high ceilings. You can almost see the whole bar like from side to you can. Whereas like the Oilman's, which is I guess no real bars are busy anymore. But the Oilman's is like a dog leg bar. It's weird. It's set up really strange. It's not open like Quigley's was you could see Quigley's. Quigley's was wide open. Yeah, so that's kind of like what the Heritage is like. It's wide open.
Right.
So yeah, then we can go there. The bar, it's not open on Mondays, Tuesdays, or Sundays. So we can go there and jam out whenever we want. So I'm looking forward to that. And we can be loud, and my wife's been very, very patient, but like it gets really fucking loud. It gets so loud.
Yeah.
And now like our old bass player, he wasn't super loud when he played bass. I think he was a little self-conscious because he really didn't listen to the music that we play. Whereas our new bass player is full into the music we play. So his bass is loud.
Nice.
Very loud. So, yeah.
Does he switch between playing with and without a pick?
Yes, he does. Yep.
Awesome. Good.
Yep. And that's I don't understand these people that are just like, you play with a pick, but who fucking cares? You're making music. Who cares?
Yeah, you get a really clean sound when you play with a pick, especially
I think so too. Yep.
And I know you guys don't do speed metal, but for anyone who does speed metal, if you're not Alex Webster of Cannibal Corpse, you probably should be playing with a pick.
It's hard. Like, well, I don't know, dude. If you can get those guys that can move their fingers like that fast.
Yeah, that's the gallop that he does.
Yeah, they might be able to do that better than picking. Some people, right? But again, when you're doing like I badly play like on Rocksmith, I do have like Through Fire and Flames by Dragon Force. I do have some like Deathlock and stuff. And yeah, like it is easier just because you're gonna strum up and down with the pick, right? So it's just I find like with a pick is a crisper sound.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll agree with you on that. There's a much crisper sound.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We've got, like I said, we got 2 gigs lined up kind of already. And it worked good because like Jared really wanted to try this other bass player. Now, so my drummer is named Cole, and his brother is actually the bass player, for people that don't know. And he's gone half the month home for half the month. He's home from the 20th to the 30th. And Jared, my guitarist, was really like, I want to play more music. And I finally had to say to him, like, because Cole, of course, wanted his brother. He's comfortable with his brother playing, right? And I like the vibe that Craig brings. But Jared really wanted to play more. And I said,
Jesus Christ, Heather. If you're signed in on YouTube, so if you go to our page on YouTube, go to the About section. There's a section in there where you can sign in to see email address. It's in there.
Yeah.
Your injuries aftermath. I'm sorry that there was that terrible bender that happened tonight, and you're busy and stuff, but shit happens, I mean, that's probably going to be all of us one day. And for those of you who don't know, Casey and Frank, this is Heather. Heather found us because she was looking for Alex Jones, and she stumbled upon us, which reminds me, I should have played this at the beginning, but I usually play this when Heather shows up.
You're going to get a kick out of this. I'm going to give her my email. because I never check. I'm glad you're the adult in this fucking heterosexual relationship because I don't ever check. Yeah, I don't ever check our email. You're like, we got in trouble. I'm like, oh, like, and you're like, oh, the email. I'm like, oh shit, we still have an email. I forgot. I'm never fucking there. So, check. Okay, wait till you see this email. So there's my email, Heather. I made that email when I was 15 years old. I still have it. Yeah. Because I'll find out for sure. Hold on. Now the 187 wasn't because I'm a gangster. I really liked Samuel L. Jackson's 187.
That's a good movie. I watched that last year.
Yes, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I just you don't remember what year it is? Usually you're good. You're like, boom, it's this date. Pata.
1998.
Okay, so I would have been 18 when I made that email.
Wait a minute. Clifton Collins Jr. was in it. Fuck. Is it 98 or 97? Frank is watching me and he's probably shaking his head thinking, I'm not going to have this guy on movie trivia. I'm going to stick with 98. Hey, that's my final answer.
Frank, you email whatever you want, dude. I'm in some pretty harsh fucking pages on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen some pretty gnarly shit, man.
Yeah, I was thinking, Frank, of bringing in 187 to the You Missed It podcast. However, watching it last year, it's good, but it didn't crest for me to where I got to bring this in. I think it's underrated. It was really good, though.
I'm not finding it.
Finding what?
Weird. I wanted to see what year that movie came out for sure.
I bet Frank's on the case. 97.
Okay, thanks, Frank. So I was 17 when I made that email. 17. And it's still actively used. Well,
and
about as used as an email gets for me.
And I made my email address in 1998, so same year, and I still use it to this very day.
We actually, so when it becomes important documents, we actually have me and Kim have an email together. So that's when I'll get my, I'll get like, hey, like this is the adult email that I need this shit sent to because the adult needs to make sure that the moron gets his stuff that he's supposed to fucking have. So.
Hey, Heather, do you want to be specific with what English Bride's website you're on so we can all bid on you?
Yeah, I'm fucking game.
No, I bet Ryan's done the internet sleuthing on that already.
Oh, he's already all over that shit.
He's all over that.
Yeah. Ryan is all over that like a redneck on a fucking olding or a fucking extra old stock beer. Fuck. Yeah, he's fucking... Yeah.
Oh, on Frank's channel, his hetero life mate Jeremy and his girlfriend, and sometimes I think they had someone else helping them. They're doing 4 to 5 hour streams.
I saw those. Yeah,
building the Millennium Falcon. I love the title. It's called Millennium Building the Falcon.
Yes,
I fucking love that.
I keep popping up on my feed, right? And it's like, holy shit, that is dedication.
Yeah.
That is dedication.
Fucking 7,000 pieces, and they've got the bottom layer done. Jesus, that's going to go on for months.
Hey, and Heather, if you are listening right now, I can send you my gross scars too. Because I got my leg.
Oh, the squishy. You're squishy.
The squishy and the big one. Actually, the one on my leg where they took the graft out is, I'm finally starting to get feeling back in it. Finally. The nerves are starting to grow back, so...
Nice, good.
Yeah, finally. So, sorry, I don't want to stop talking. I'm trying to think of shit to talk about. Oh yeah, I was digging through all my stuff. I forgot I had these. Like they're nothing bad. Yeah, like because I perform with wireless microphone. I got some fucking microphones I forgot I had.
Nice.
Because all the guys want to when we move, they want to set up some mics for themselves so we can talk. And just easier to talk that way. Oh, my name's on that one. So
do a stand-up comedy set in between.
Well, we were kind of doing that with the folk band when we went and did that piece of little bit of business with. We played with Another Simple Solution. Jared's dad came, and he's the guitarist in our folk band. And we kind of had some banter back and forth. It was pretty funny. Like people laughed at it. So we want to have a mic just to kind of do, especially when it's just the three guys, when it's, we're doing our acoustic, we have our jokes and stuff. So yeah, because we do some fun songs. We do like the Log Driver's Waltz.
Yeah.
I think I said that. And then we also do the Last Saskatchewan Pirate. So that's a lot of fun.
Yep.
So. But yeah, that's my next venture. I started tearing it apart, and then Moon Pie canceled on me. Fucker. So had to go for lunch with his mom. I get it. Free meals are free meals, right? So
She sent it. So
all right.
Partial gore nudity coming your way. No, I'm kidding.
Partial
I'm kidding.
gore.
And Frank, if I don't know what kind of time you have, the show that I did on Thursday.
That's not real. Is that real, Heather?
The second hour, that's when I opened up my movie list and I started talking about movies. So what you could do, you could download that show in audio format. I'll put the the link in the banner. If you go to y2mate.com, you copy the email, you copy the link address from the show, you go to Y2Mate and you can convert it to audio format and listen to it if you want. So yeah, I fucked up on 187, but I'm pretty decent on most other things. So
sorry, go ahead.
y2mate.com. That's how I listen to all my podcasts, including Frank's stream. I can't sit down and watch it, but I can listen, and that's what I do. So y'all can do that with our shows as well.
Oh my God, Heather. Like, it is, I'll let her send it. And wow, Heather. Wow. My God. And how long were you in hospital for? Holy shit. Here. And Heather, I'll send some back to you here of my leg. How do you add pictures of that shit? No, I'm gonna figure this out.
There you go, Nick. Casey just finished with the ColecoVision console and games collection.
Sweet. I gotta figure out how to add stuff. My God, Heather. Oh my God, it's brutal, man. Holy shit.
Is it brutal? Like
it's horrible. It's fucking horrible. If I had to describe it, oh my God. It looks like, honestly, that she's giving birth. That's the best way to describe it. It honestly looks like she's giving birth to an alien head.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I can't remember how to add fucking pictures. Oh, insert photo or video. There we go. I figured it out. Oh, photos. Yeah, Heather. Wow. And that was 3 weeks after. Wow. I feel like I need to send that to Alex so at least he can know what I'm fucking talking about.
At least put it in the our email and I'll have a look at it.
Yeah, here I'm just sending her.
Good night, old timer. Hopefully you don't have too much pudding that'll wake you up in the middle of the night.
I was gonna say, never mind. I'm just gonna be quiet. It's gonna be quiet because I was gonna say something very inappropriate.
He'll be gone in a minute.
Okay, there's a couple, Heather. This is what my leg looked like after my accident. That is, oh my God, that is unfucking real. Wow. Wait, I'll give her one more.
What was that shit that Joe Rogan was watching? The BME Pain Olympics. Is it anything like that?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yep.
Nice. Way to go, Heather. Jesus,
there, that
we got
should work.
8 people watching, 5 on YouTube
God.
And 3 on my Facebook. What is going on?
8 guys. Look, fuck. I guess I was thinking, man, we're like 8 people. We got to keep talking. Good Lord. Okay, Heather, let me know if you got it. Wow. Well, no shit. Like, my goodness. And you said you can't have children, right, Heather?
Yeah, she did say that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that sucks. That's but oh my, at least you're okay.
Yep.
Right? Because I'm gonna see if I can figure this out here. And where's my email in here? There it is. Okay, no, I can bring them back up. Okay, but yeah, it's horrendous. Oh, what the fucking hell shit is going on here?
Hey, Heather, speaking of, you were here on Thursday night's show. Was there anything in that show that was sexual or that warranted making the video age restricted? Hey, Trev, how you doing? Yes.
Hey, Trev.
We had to do a Saturday show because Nick could not be here on Thursday, so I did the Thursday show by myself, and we're here. This is out of the way for us, but you know, here we are.
It's actually been a lot of fun. So
yeah.
you want to know what, dude? I'm just gonna do this so you can see it. I'm gonna. Oh, can I send this to you on your message? I can. I'm gonna send this to you on your messenger. So you can see it.
Le Facebook.
Yes, I will send it to you there. Oh my, wow. So,
how you doing these days, Trev? Haven't seen you in a while.
I gotta fix my account apparently.
And how many days on Facebook are you still not allowed to stream?
Me?
50 something, 60 something?
Good Lord. Let's see what my account band is right now.
I talked about movies in the second hour. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Welcome to the club, Trevor.
Oh, no. You know what, Trevor? I hate to lord stuff over you, but didn't I say that when you quit smoking, you should cut back on drinking the soda as well? I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
Hey, just so you know, dude, Trev, I know you might be a little scared. It's not that hard, dude, to adjust. Well, it can be. Bread is your enemy now. Like carbs are your enemy, and sugar, of course. But there's so many other options out there now. Once you've got it under control, you'll figure out what you can eat and what you can't eat. And I don't have a sensor on right now. Mine ran out, but I would go with the sensor instead of pricking your finger all the time and then being able to use your phone to scan your arm. But yeah, there's enough sugar-free stuff out there now and whatnot that it's not as bad as it used to be for diabetics. I can imagine 20 years ago, it was probably hell. Because there was probably pretty much zero options. So, did you see that picture I sent you?
I'm looking at it right now. Jesus Christ.
Unreal, right? Unreal.
Fucking real.
And Heather, if there was internal bleeding involved, I'd just be fortunate you're still alive.
Yeah, that is fucked.
Right? That is fucked.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you survived.
Yeah, no doubt. So, my account is restricted. I can't go live for another, see restrictions, 63 days. Over a stupid fucking meme.
We're going to start the countdown?
Yeah, on fucking, fuck off. Fuck 63 goddamn days.
Yeah, I guess when you're forced into that kind of when you're diagnosed, not forced into that situation, you really start to take your health and your food intake into front and center of your mind more seriously.
Like even as I'm sitting here, just looking at my face, I look skinnier because that's just it. Like I'm on a shot now that actually helps with your food craving. It's also for the diabetic medicine, and
it's surprising what they can do with surgery these days. They can make a fanny look like a fanny.
And see, and this is the thing now too, Trev, is you got to get, my doctor said, or my dietitian said, you got to get that 2-hour thing out of your head. Because that's what I always thought was, oh my God, I got to be back down in range for 2 hours. No. He said, if you're within he told me, and again, you're different dietitians for different people, blah, blah, blah. He said that if you're back down into range within 4 hours, you're fine. And that's the other thing too, is it always bugged me when they're like, this is the range, 4 to 8 or 4 to 7, end of story. It's like, everybody is different. How can it be the same for every person? That's ridiculous. And then I've had a doctor say to me, as long as you're between 4 and 10, you're okay. Your peak is a 10 and it comes back. And it has been. Here, I'll show you, Trev. I got this. I don't know what you're using, Trevor, but I have this Freestyle Libra link. and like it shows me all my blood sugar reports and like a logbook. I didn't do much today because my sensor ran out. I'm not gonna put one until after the gym. But look at see all my sensors there. I can't fucking. But look at that. That's just on a sensor on my arm. I don't got to stick my arm or my fingers. I don't have to draw blood. You know, and I actually had a good run of days there. That was the third, and then like the second, I was a little high after dinner, but see like all my numbers there. You know, so that's what I like. So
Now I'm not diabetic currently, but with what I've eaten over the years, it wouldn't surprise me in the next 10 years I will be. With the glycemic index, I have very little knowledge of it, but the foods that a person eats, that glycemic index number, that's based on eating that food alone. If you eat other foods with that food, then the number won't be as high. So for example, if you have bread alone, your number will be pretty high. But if you have it with chicken, then it won't be as high.
yes, yeah. That was an important thing that you need to remember. Like if you're going to have like what I do is I take I have Metamucil in the morning, but I take a thicker concentrate of it because it acts also as a vegetable, like with the stuff that's in it. I was taking a vegetable substitution drink, but I do that before I eat. Like in the morning, I usually have like, if I've been eating a meal replacement lately, a drink, but when I eat, it's usually like multi-grain, 12 ancient grain bread with sugar-free strawberry jam, 2 pieces of bread, but I have that drink as well. So that way the sugar, like it'll go up a little bit, but it comes right down. That's the thing. Like let's say if you're going to have, let's say like tonight I had I had some Smokies, just Smokies, no buns. But I ate a ton of vegetable, like a bunch of vegetable, like broccoli with it.
Yep.
That's going to make your blood, that's going to help. So long as you're mixing in your fibers with your carbs, you're going to be good. And nobody should eat sugar
By itself. That's right.
Yeah, nobody. Like if like when like yeah, pop is like, and that is my Achilles. I fucking love pop. And I can't have it in the house. But nobody should drink that shit. It's so fucking bad for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and it fucks up your teeth as well.
Yeah.
That's like your
4 to
dad is
7 before
diabetic
meals and 5 to 10 2 hours after dinner is their goal. Yeah. But like some people don't, and that's the thing. Like I've noticed now, especially since I'm working out, my sugars go down quick. Right? I always wondered if you watch Lemmy, like any thing with Lemmy Kirksmeyer, the bass player, Kilmister from, I always say his name wrong, from Motorhead. He would drink Coke and Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
Not Diet Coke. And I said something to my dietitian. She's like, yeah, well, he's on stage for 2 hours sweating. So it's he's just sweating it out.
Yep.
So if if you have a little bit of sugar, eat sugar, and then like if you're gonna work out or something, then do that. And that's the other thing, Trevor. Alex only works out twice a week. I work out like 5 times a week. Ours are different exercises. I love working out.
Same here. Three
and
now.
as a 3, okay. But as a guy who didn't work out as a kid a lot, like I did go to the gym and stuff, right? But not as much as I should have been. But now that I'm doing it, I love it.
How is Craig doing? How's that old Bigfoot?
22. Holy shit, Trevor. Wow.
That is like, is that death's door, 22?
I'm shocked you didn't like go into like, wow.
Now, see, this is what you got to listen to because Heather's right there in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, eating right definitely makes all the difference.
Did you get my email back, Heather, with my leg?
Y'all are trading war wounds now?
We're all trading war wounds, yeah. Yeah.
What about Casey and Frank? You guys have any advice for... I'm not saying you're diabetic. I'm just... Do you know people who are diabetic? Can you give Trevor any advice or anything? If they're still here?
The biggest part is being active.
Yes.
Being active. And do you want to know what? I don't know. Maybe it was like this back in the day, but I've never had anybody make fun of me for being at the gym. I've never, ever. I've never had like. There's another big dude there. Every time we walk past each other, we bump fists. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
I remember you
gotta,
saying that.
yeah, you got it. And I think that's very important, especially when there's fellow big bone people that are trying to make like you need to be together. Like you need to show, hey, be comfortable. Like, you know,
Oh, you're next, Casey.
be comfortable in your skin. But you
Yes.
got to work that skin, right? Like you have to, you know.
Yeah, I see plenty of big people at my gym, and I am very impressed that they're there. Like being there at all is the first step, and that's
Yes.
great. And I judge absolutely no one for anything.
I shared something once on Facebook, and this so rings true. Making fun of a fat person for being at the gym is like making fun of an alcoholic who's at an AA meeting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Because like, yeah, I'm starting to get antsy now, so we're gonna wrap it up here because I want to get to the gym. I actually want to go. I'm like, I got new gym shoes. I'm excited to go.
What kind of gym do you buy? Like flat shoes?
I got actually Skechers. I'm an old man now. I bought some Skechers for run. It says run on them, but they're just I don't run. I just walk, and they're great on my feet. It was great to buy these today because we went to Lethbridge because they didn't have any here in Tabor. And it was the exact same brand. They're just red. And she's like, well, do you need to try them? Nope. They're the exact same shoes I'm wearing now. Just give them to me. I want them. So.
Oh, that cunt. Yes, Ryan. I know who you're talking about.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
That bitch.
That's
bitch. So fucking stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, Heather. And that's, Heather, and that is important and I really had to deal with that when I was, I had some PTSD I was dealing with about the incident, and that was one thing I really had to focus on was I still have my leg. And that sexy beast right there. Sup, Duke Flower. Yeah, number one for love. Yeah, well, one for love. Okay, and that's funny, Frank. So you say I was actually going to say this. That pre-diabetic drove my Uncle C and drives him nuts. It's like you're either diabetic or you're not. It shouldn't be a middle range. Because if you're already a pre-diabetic, then you need to start losing weight, and that's the only way you can like do it. Like, yeah, it drives my uncle nuts.
Well, Frank's okay because he runs his mouth all the time.
Well, hey, forget about it. Scusi.
I gotcha.
Yeah, see, and then when I got off the highway, I was 400 pounds.
I remember you saying, yeah.
And before I got hurt, I was at 302 or 303.
Jesus, man.
I was right there. Right fucking I have not been under 300 pounds since high school. And now I think, and then I went back up after the accident and all that, back up to about I was up to 325 and I'm back down to 305 now. So, but the thing is, I've come to the realization that, I've watched friends do diets. My old bass player does an extreme diet, and he lost a lot of weight, but when he gets off the diet, he spikes again because your body is always trying to get back to the biggest weight that it was. It's a survival mechanism. That's the way the human body works. So that's why I know I'd be a lot further along. Fuck, I could really see it in my face. Wow, I'm impressed. I'd be a lot further along, and I say this almost every show. Pizza, KFC. I like to eat. I like to eat shit. I like to eat shitty food.
Same here. Right before we got on, I went to 7-Eleven. I got 2 corn dogs and a Klondike bar.
Fuck yeah! What would you do for a Klondike bar, baby? Ow!
Oh, well.
But that's
can't do it on screen.
Yeah, not in this. That's at fans only. We'll set that up later.
Only fans.
Only fans. But that's like tomorrow. But it's also making better decisions. Like tonight. Okay, I had a couple Smokies. Again, it's processed, but it's protein. I didn't have any buns, and I had veggies because I know tomorrow the wrestling pay-per-view's on. I'm having a friend over. We're going to order pizza and have some wings. So it's like I'm going to make sure I eat better tonight, tomorrow. Yeah, eat corn dogs, So
excellent. Yeah,
yes.
The sugar is the biggest thing, I think.
And carbs, and that's just it. Is Frankie Italian? We bug him about it, but is he legitly like? I was something to say. I love bread. There is nothing better in the world when you have like pastetti and like at the end all the meat sauces on the plate and you just fucking with the bread. Oh, but that's the shit you gotta stop doing. And I love doing it. Oh my god. Or you dig out the grilled, like when you have garlic toast with your pastetti, and you take the insides out and you load it up with the pastetti and eat it. Oh my fucking god. But you can't do that anymore. You
Yep.
fat fuck.
I don't think Frank's Italian, but the way he talks like he's an Italian mob boss.
Yes, he totally
so-
does when I watch his shows. Bibbidi bobbidi, excuse me. Right? Hey, it's just like when I gave with my Irish buddy, all I envision is the fucking leprechaun from Simpsons. And Mexican. Well, it's the
Oh
same.
shit! I should have known that.
I think so. I know we've heard the Mexican thing. I know
Yeah.
we have. Mexican that sounds like a Jersey Shore. Hey, forget about it. Ole. See, but then that's it also too, Trev. Like old Nick, and I'm sure old Trevor, same way. Old Nick and old Trevor would probably eat an extra large or a large pizza in one sitting without a problem. So now what new Nick does is new Nick only orders a medium pizza. Now, the medium pizza is not the size of like the Marabello. Marabello always had huge pizzas. This, yeah, I know, right? My favorite thing in Marabello was the cooked subs, the oven baked subs. Oh, fuck. And then I'll usually eat 3 or 4 pieces of the pizza. And if there's 1 or 2 left, it goes away. And full disclosure, I'll probably eat those 2 pieces 4 or 5 hours later. I'm not even going to be like, and then I don't eat them. Right? Like, no, not at all.
Hey, Trevor. What's
Hey,
happening,
other
man?
Trevor.
Hey.
Yeah, but that's everybody. It's funny to listen to all like, how life changes. Like, and you say like eating food and whatnot, right? But even was it 3 Saturdays ago? It was 8:00 and I'm in the gym, and it hit me like 3 years ago. So that was before the pandemic. I was right now at 8:00 on a Saturday. I'd be at Rob's place, so my neighbors, jamming with the band, shit faced out of my fucking mind by 8:00, and then we'd be going to the bar. And now I'm in the gym, crushing fucking weights.
Yeah.
Guess what I'm doing when I go there? Buys and tries, baby. My favorite.
Frank, if you could recommend to Heather, if she ever comes to North America, I think the best pizza is in the United States. Where should she go? Heather meet Frank, Frank meet Heather. This is what we do. We bring the world together, little bits at a time.
Yeah, so Frank actually has his own channel, The Hearst Truth there, Heather. He has some, if you like movies and whatnot, he has some great content. Go check him out. Some have spoilers, some do not. I like the one when Frank just gives his opinion on trailers. I don't like the spoilers because I hate fucking, and I like how he says spoiler alert. So I don't go watch, of course, right? So
he gives you the harsh truth.
Dun dun dun. Like, okay, that music works. Fuck it. We'll just go with that music. Wimpy Burgers. Oh my fucking god, Wimpy Burgers. Oh my god. Any Mackenzie person, Wimpy Burgers.
Yes.
And I think that speaking of, we talked about that FBI earlier. I'm allowed to call him that, Mr. Craig Christie. I've told this story before. That motherfucker one time had 6, count them, 6, one more than 5 foot-long meatball subs. And was fucking angry that I asked for half of one. He gave it to me. That motherfucker was so hot at me for fucking, yeah. And fucking, I love that guy. I miss him. I
miss him
Craig.
too.
Yeah.
The last time I saw Craig was at his wedding.
Wow.
Yeah.
We had a Mackenzie NWO meeting. Fuck, when was that, Mr. Turner? Because we had dinner at the Flying J in Edmonton. Fucking 2007. You guys met me there. We had a nice dinner there. Well, nice for a truck stop, but that's the last time I saw Craig, and I saw the Admiral and Trevor. Yeah. Oh, fucking Wimpy Burgers. God damn. 2009. That was the last time I saw the boys. Yeah.
Yeah, he was married by right on.
I couldn't make the wedding because I got invited. I couldn't make it. So speaking of Wimpy Burgers, one of the best burgers I ever had. I think I've told this story, and Alex said I should do on the road truckers stories that I had. I was in Oklahoma, just outside of Oklahoma City, and my friends had told me that this restaurant that I was at, I took a picture. It was actually on drive-ins, dives, and whatever the fuck with geeky.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah, and I got this big. It was a Swiss burger. It was as big as the Wimpy burger. Okay. And these onion rings were homemade onion rings. They were like in AEW, A&W style, like the big onion rings, right?
Yeah.
And a drink. And I'm figuring, okay, it's got to be at least $20. It cost me like $7, I think. And I was like, I looked at him like, are you sure? $7? Oh yeah, that's something like $7. Yeah. Meanwhile, actually, so just other thing, two funny situations in that same restaurant. So I ordered this burger with Swiss cheese, and she's like, "Well, how would you like your burger done?" I just looked at her. Cooked? She looks like, "Oh, honey, you're from Canada, aren't you?" Yeah, I am. Like, just cook the motherfucker. Like, I don't want it to moo or bleed. It's, you know. And she was just like, yeah, just like, you're from Canada, aren't you, hon? Yeah, I am. Can you just make sure it's not bleeding when you, like, it's a burger, right? And then, so I was sitting at the bar, like it had a bar, it's stools, like it was like looked like a diner, right? And I was like, I smell pepper. Like, what the fuck? And I think it was cornbread, but there was a guy about 4 seats away from me, and he was dumping pepper. The pepper, no word of a lie, had to be about that thick on top of it. And he ate it. I was just like my mouth kind of gets a little like when I think about it, because I was like, why are you doing this? Like, why?
I love cornbread so much. I used to make my own. Oh my god.
So this is where Ryan's okay, because if I were a single dude, I just thought like, this is my old mind works. I should have said to Heather, well, I need to see an after picture to make sure it's all looking the same.
Don't send it to her. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Send that to Ryan, though. Send it to Ryan. Oh, fuck. I look at, and that's how long it took to process. Like, hi, wait a second. Now, not, I said that was a good burger because it was big. The best burger that I've had was in Calgary at the King Eddie. Was the best hamburger I've ever had. It was oh fuck. It was amazingly good. So good. So yeah. Anyway, so Frank Gay, if you're still here. Pizza places. Yo, Frankie. Excuse me. Bibbidi bobbidi. Because there's so many pizza places, and like, you got to think, Frankie, like, if you're going to send someone to a pizza place, let's say she's only here for 2 days and she's going to move on to come see Ryan. This is just a layover in Jersey. Okay. And she needs to get a good pizza place before she goes to see Ryan. Okay. So you have to give her a pizza place to go to. Like, what is the best pizza, your go-to pizza, if you were going to send, okay, let's say me and Alex are coming to see Bruce Springsteen play in Jersey. And you got to, we're only there for one night. We're flying in the morning. We're going to be there for the concert. We're going to be leaving the next day. You need to take me and Alex to a pizza place. And then you're going to have to take Heather later before she comes to marry Ryan. So you need to take us to a pizza place. And if I set this all up and Frankie's gone, the whole angle's gone. But, and we don't really have one of those that if someone were to come here, I mean, we have a place called Luigi's, but I mean, it's not bad, but,
ooh, yeah.
See, I don't know about curry,
no.
But see, there are mixes when you go like a Montreal steak spice, like, oh goodness.
Ooh, burger challenge.
Well, I'd have to not take my shot for a couple days and a couple weeks and then go, oi, we've been setting you up for a while already. Where the fuck have you been?
Oi. You're them couple of Canadian wankers.
Yeah.
We are. You know what? I take the label wanker as a compliment. And here's why. There's so much talk about mental health in this day and age. Wanking is such a great stress reliever. I mean, why wouldn't you? You buy me a shirt that says wanker, I'm aware of that thing.
Fuck yeah. Dude, Hey, man, when I got off graveyards, I was worried I wasn't going to go to sleep. I fucking fired off some fucking knuckle children. And then, Frank's in Ohio. That's right. Fired off some knuckle children, took some fucking melatonin. And, dude, I was fucking out. Okay, so we're going to come to Ohio. I don't know why I thought he was in Jersey. We're going to come to Ohio to see, like the Browns play? Gross. Okay, so we're not going to see Frank. Fuck that.
Over a sports team.
No, we'll go there. No, we'll go there to go see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's in Cleveland. So, when we come see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, what's pizza place they're going to take us to? Is there even pizza places in fucking Ohio? Do you guys just eat like dirt?
Cleveland rocks. Cleveland.
No, it doesn't. You're fucking high. Fuck you, President of the United States.
Winking, you say?
Winking. That's what you guys call it in the States. You guys are always got to be different. The rest of the world goes by fucking kilometers an hour, your miles per hour. We call it wanking. You call it winking. Of course you do.
That's just the old man in him, the old man Brody in him resorting to spelling things wrong. It is good for the prostate. You got to blow a load a few times a week to keep the prostate healthy, I hear. I'm not a doctor, so disclaimer below.
Fucking bro science. I go with it. It's for prostates, guys. Jerk your dick.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. Take that to fucking heart.
Janing off is so. Yeah, exactly. See, she calls it janing because that's what it's called for females there.
Oh, speaking of janing, that's one of my favorite songs from the 89, actually. Jane Says.
Do you mean whacking off in my tool shed? Says Casey.
I hear the two kids have been whacking in my tool shed. Beaver and bum scratch.
Whacking in my tool
Whacking
shed.
in my tool shed.
No one comes to Ohio.
Janing off. I've never heard. I gotta ask my Irish buddy if that's what they call it. Janing off. That's awesome. I meant wanking. Spell check got me.
No.
No, you didn't.
You've been jerking so much you can't see straight.
You're jerking my gherkin. Like, hey, I got an idea. Let's jerk off again. Okay. Ow. What the fuck is that?
Trevor Gibson, thank you for the like on Facebook. We really appreciate it. It's great to see you.
Ow.
Are you jerking your squishy?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Whacking off.
I call it jerkin because that to me is a funnier term.
The best penis term ever in the history when you're talking penis is the purple-headed yogurt slinger.
Yeah.
Thank you, Varsity Blues. A purple-headed yogurt slinger.
Good movie. 1999.
Was it that late?
He was a tadger. What? Yeah, I would have divorced him too. He's like, I won't touch you.
Oh yeah, that is and it's funny now we're talking about that, like, you hear that a lot of times that some people he didn't believe masturbating. Oh my god. Fucking wear fucking it's a hat. Yeah. Like, Chase, I could take a little fucker, be like, "Ooh, you little motherfucker," rub it on my nose. Jan Silent Bob Strikes Back for anyone that doesn't remember. You little motherfucker.
Bass players are the best at masturbating women because they use their finger.
Yeah. And if you want to go really hard, I got to pick.
I just use my tongue, but all right.
Yeah, whatever.
Each their own.
Yeah, we can capo that shit. Keep it below the E. Right there.
Okay, you got to go.
I just farted. Oh.
And
oh my god. I've been such bad protein farts lately. I was fucking crop dusting all of Walmart. Holy fuck.
You got to take the time to relax after you eat. Don't get up right after you eat.
I wasn't. I was sitting down. I had a protein bar before we went to, while I was driving to Lethbridge. So it was like, it's about a half an hour, 45-minute drive. And then I walked. That's it. I didn't work out or nothing. And my God, like I had to tell Kim to walk in front of me. No, that's a good call, Frank. I like that one. Wow.
Ooh, children of God. I don't know much about those, but just had the word God in there. Is
Yep.
Jolene gone? Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
But see, you know, like again, like we're gonna go down a fucking rabbit hole now again before we end. But that's the thing is, I know there's good Christian loving, God fearing people, but good people.
Yeah.
And there's these fucking lunatics that just take it beyond fucking, you know, and take a book that's like, and Macklemore said it, paraphrasing a book from 3,000 years ago and rewritten, and I could eat a peach for hours.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage, Face Off? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yep. No, because that's disgusting. That's gross. I would never do that to anyone.
Wrong.
Now, farting under the blankets and try to cover my head, the wife's head up, that's game on all the time.
Oh, shame hearing that about River Phoenix. He seemed like such a cool guy. But Rose McGowan, yep, I could see that.
She's fucking insane. Anyways, all right. I know we got 6 viewers, but let's wrap this fucker up.
Okay. This was an awesome show.
Yes, it was.
This is the first time we've done a Saturday. Don't know if it's going to be the only time, but good Lord, what a great show. We had most of the awesome players in here. We started off with Ryan, of course, because he's our boy. Really Mysterious showed up for a minute. Thank you, really appreciate it. Jolene was here for a while. The old man showed up. Heather, of course. Butt Blaster Brody was in it for a minute. Dad came back. He was in and out. Then Casey showed up. Frank was here not long after that. And then it was just a roller coaster of awesome up to and including this point. Both Trevors showed up, which was awesome. Jesus, what a party this was. This was awesome.
And speaking of doing shows, like a Saturday show, my poor guitarist, when I told him like tonight I was doing the show, he's like, wait, on a Saturday? I'm like, calm down. It's just a one-off because it's Saturday's gig night, right? Like, you know, so thank you, Casey. I thank everybody. This actually went a lot better because I figured no one's going to be here. There's going to be me and Alex and Ryan. And yeah, this went awesome. This was great. Thank you guys.
And the amazing thing is we just broke the record for our longest stream. We're at 2 hours and 14 minutes right now.
That's awesome.
Jesus, thank you all so much. It's a shame Shlomo wasn't here or Trish or Penny, because then it would have been the full audience pretty much.
Yep.
But
and then Sarah, 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 but she was gonna be here, but it's my Reese's birthday party tonight, so she's got a house full of young pubescent females. So
and Chad, Chad and
Chad, yeah. We will not record New Year's. I had to tell this to my band too. That hello Penny.
Hey.
That my wife doesn't ask for a lot of nights. Like I get a pretty free reign to do stuff like this and to jam. And New Year's is the one day that she likes to go like play games with friends, like card games and whatnot. So I give her that. Like I already told the band I'll never jam on a New Year's because I want to spend it with my wife. So
yeah. So one of these days, Casey, if you want to do a show, I'm game. Like I said earlier, I will be with Frank, The Harsh Truth, on Monday talking about The Batman, doing a spoiler-heavy review. You guys like current day entertainment. That's Frank's channel. He's talking about what's going on in the trades and the current world of entertainment. And I would love to do more shows with Frank. It'd be great. The two of us, Frank and Casey, just do a bullshit show, kind of like Brody, myself, Casey, and Frank did on New Year's 2 years ago, just to be there. You know, it doesn't have to be anything special, just to be with other people, have fun. Like tonight. Tonight was great. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it.
We do. I do too. Yep.
Yes. New Year's was 5 hours. Yes, it was. And
No, actually,
I had a good time. It was great to talk with Frank and Casey. I don't remember much about it. I think I've still got that stream in my Facebook archive. Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe that was after I got hurt, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was right after I had gotten hurt.
Yes.
So yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, we are out of here. We will be back on Thursday, as usual, 6 p.m. What wrestling pay-per-view?
AEW. I am watching it. AEW show on tomorrow. Revolution, I think it is. I don't know. AEW tomorrow.
And Frank's show on Monday, if anyone wants to watch. He asked me to be on at 3:15 my time. I'm going to be on a little bit earlier just to get in there and say hi. So that would be 6:15 his time. So 3:15 p.m. Pacific on Monday, which is 4:15 p.m. Redneck Berta time. And wherever else y'all are in the world, you got to figure that out for yourself. And just so everyone knows, next Sunday, March 13th at 2 a.m. is the time change going forward 1 hour because spring ahead. So just so you're ready and aware for that. I got to that one. Okay, before you start pulling out random stuff to keep the show going, we're going to go.
I just got a ton of shit. Goodbye, guys. Thank you.
Love you all so very much. Thank you. Take care.